Genesis chapter 42 was more about Joseph meeting his brothers after 20 years of being sold into slavery. So at this time, there's a famine in the earth. It's not only in Egypt, it's in other places too. It's on the earth. So the famine finally hit Canaan, and Israel sent 10 of his sons to Egypt for grain. I do know in the Bible it says corn, and like the King James Version, it says corn, and other Bibles too. But there was no corn then, it was grain. Remember, there's the barley and the wheat grain. Joseph brothers, Joseph brothers did not recognize him. He was dressed and looked like an Egyptian. And he used an actual interpreter to speak to his brothers because he didn't want them to recognize him. He didn't want them to know that he understood the language when they were speaking to one another. So his brothers bowed down to him, and he remembered his dream that he had at age 17. Joseph arrested his brothers for 3 days and released 9 of them, and he decided to keep Simeon and let the other brothers go back to bring Benjamin back. Now, my insight. Now, the insight, if you pay attention to Genesis chapter 42, Joseph at one point decided that he is going to keep one of the brothers, send one of the brothers out and keep the rest of the brothers until Benjamin comes back. You find that in verse 16 when he said he's going to send one of your numbers to get your brother, and the rest would be confined so the truth of the words would be tested. Again, 42 and 16. So he was a little confused then because he changed his mind. And when he locked them up for 3 days, he had maybe 3 days to think about it. He decided to keep one of the brothers and send the rest to go back and get Benjamin. So there was 9 that actually had left. Simeon remained in prison. So I had no cross reference, and I only had one word study when the brother said they were true, which means they were honest.